So bind over.
Officer Williams is logged on. There she is. One second. Let me make sure I don't have anything else for her. It's fine with me.
She on? I don't see her.
Yes, ma'am, I'm on.
Where are you?
She's at the bottom, yeah. Well, for me anyway.
Oh, okay. All righty. Yes, if you don't have anything else, you're free to go. Have a great one.
Okay, thank you. Y'all too. Bye.
All righty. We are now streaming live on YouTube. Sir, are you Mr. Tachu Kwayu? You can just shake your head, yes or no. Yes, okay. All right, now we're about to start your preliminary hearing. This is the state of Georgia versus Amizi Chachu Kawu, charged in warrant number 2025 WA 74860, aggravated assault, and 2025 WA 74861, possession of prohibited items. Representing the state is ADA Thomas. Representing the defendant is Attorney James Tolles. Your witness, ADA Thomas.
Yes, Your Honor. Lieutenant Patterson, could you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm that the evidence you should present before the court this morning shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
You can put your hand down, state your name for the record.
I'm Lieutenant Reginald Patterson from the Clayton County Sheriff's Office.
And were you so employed on or about the 6th day of April, 2025?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you have occasion to investigate an incident that occurred at 9157 Terra Boulevard?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that within the confines of the city of Jonesboro, Clayton County?
Yes, ma'am.
And during your investigation, did you come into contact with the MZ Tochukwu?
I did not come in contact with him due to them being outsourced to the hospital for his injuries.
But did that investigation involve this person?
Yes, ma'am, it did.
And could you explain to the court, could you explain to the court what was the nature of the investigation?
Due to an assault that occurred in Housing Unit 8, Section 2, involving him and another inmate.
And who was that other inmate? Do you recall?
It was Dotson.
You call the first name?
Kadarius Dotson.
And what was the nature of the assault?
Mr. Tuchu, I don't want to butcher his last name, but basically he was able to retrieve a metal object from a cell downstairs on the bottom tier, and he walked upstairs to the top tier, went inside the cell that Kadarius Dotson and another inmate was inside, and that's where the assault occurred.
And this object, was it recovered?
Not to my knowledge, I don't know if it was recovered or not. The jail was able to break up the fight once it was all over with, but I'm unaware if the object was retrieved or not.
Now, how did you gave me some details about what Mr. Tochukwu did. How did you know that?
I reviewed CCTV camera footage from our central control area in our jail, and we were able to see the assault occur. The assault occurred inside the cell, but we were able to see that Tuchel retrieve a sharp metal object from cell, I think it was cell 8206. He had it in his right hand, walked up to the stairs, and he entered inside cell 8212. And that's where him and Dotson began to get into the altercation.
Now, how do you know an altercation occurred inside of that cell? I believe you previously testified that there was no camera inside of the cell. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. So there's no camera inside the cell, but how I was able to know that a assault occurred was due to the fact that we had an investigative interview with Kadarius Dotson, and based on the CCTV camera footage, you can see Mr. Takucho run outside the cell and grab his facial area, his right facial area, where he was actually stabbed.
So Mr. Dotson defended himself?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you say you actually interviewed Mr. Dotson?
Yes, ma'am.
Did Mr. Dotson indicate during that interview that Mr. Chukwu attacked him?
Yes, ma'am, he did.
Did he indicate why?
No, ma'am, he didn't.
I believe you said that someone else was in the cell with Mr. Dotson?
Yes, Mr. Dotson and another inmate was in there having a conversation, just talking. And that's when, during the investigative interview, that's when Dotson said that that's when Mr. Tachuko ran inside the cell and started attacking him.
And that was in front of or in the presence of the other inmate?
Yes, ma'am. And I attempted to try to interview that inmate to give a statement as well, but he said pretty much his words was, "Whatever happened, that's what happened, and you already know what happened."
So he didn't identify any one person as who came. Well, let me back up. That's kind of confusing. He did not indicate Mr. Chukwu came into the cell to assault Mr. Dotson?
He didn't say that out his mouth, but he said LT, if you watch the footage, you'll see who went in there.
Okay. And who did you see going in there?
Mr. Tucho.
Did Mr. Chukwu make any statements?
No, ma'am. He was at the hospital.
What about Mr. Dotson? Did he require medical attention?
Yes, ma'am, he did. He was seen in the infirmary for his injuries as well.
He did not go to Mr. Chukwu?
No, ma'am. He was already, Mr. Dotson was already upstairs inside cell 812.
So Mr. Chukwu had to go to
He
the
went to
cell
room.
on the first floor. Is that his cell?
I don't know if that's his cell, but that's the cell that was behind the showers where he went. And once he came from behind the shower, he had a silver sharp metal object in his right hand and walked upstairs to the top tier where Dotson was.
How did you know that was a metal object?
You could see it was like a silhouette of something shiny in his right hand as he was going upstairs. And as he was going upstairs, it's kind of like he tucked it to hide. And as soon as he walked upstairs, he opened up the cell and you seen him lunge from CCTV camera frames. You see him lunge in.
Was Mr. Dotson injured?
Yes, ma'am. He sustained lacerations and also a few puncture wounds.
Was he able to confirm that Mr. Chukwu is the one who inflicted those injuries?
Yes, ma'am, he did.
And did he indicate whether or not the object that Mr. Chukwu had was metal or not?
Yes, he said he had a shank in his hand and he just started stabbing him during the fight.
The word shank. What's a shank?
Basically a silver metal object, a metal piece that was sharpened to a point.
And that's what you saw on the video in the possession of Mr. Chukwu?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, are inmates allowed to have those things?
Absolutely not, ma'am.
Did he receive any type of special permission to have one?
No, ma'am.
And how do they get them?
Basically, they damage any type of parts of the jail, and then they sharpen it to a point, use any type of cloth to wrap around the bottom piece of the metal object for a cloth as a handle, and the point is sharpened.
I think I asked you this, but in an abundance of caution, I'm asking again. Ask it. Was Mr. Dotson able to enlighten you as to why he was attacked?
No, ma'am, not to my knowledge. As soon as I walked upstairs to intake to see him, because he was up there, because I had him pulled so I can interview him. Immediately he said, "LT, just look at the camera. I was attacked. I was defending myself." And we spoke inside the interview room, and that's where he divulged all the information about the assault.
Except for what?
Except for why, yes.
Did Mr. Dotson require medical attention?
Yes, ma'am, he did.
Did he have to go to the hospital?
No, ma'am. He received his treatment. His treatment wasn't as extensive to Mr. Tachuko.
Yeah, I believe that's. Oh, one more question. Have you ever met Mr. Chukwu?
No,
you ever
ma'am.
talked to him? You have
No,
not?
ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, I believe that's all I have. A reserved right to reiterate.
All right, Cross.
Yes, good morning. So, Mr. Tochukwu, you are unsure what cell he was assigned to?
Attorney Bowles, you are breaking up. We cannot understand what you're saying.
That's not good.
Okay, there we go. Now you sound better. You sound okay right now.
A
Yes.
little better now? Okay. Thank you, Lieutenant. So, Mr. Tochukwu, you're unsure what cell he was assigned to?
No, sir, I'm not sure what cell he's assigned to.
You said he retrieved what appeared to be a metal object from another cell downstairs?
Yes, sir. Cell, I want to say it was 8206 on the bottom tier.
Was that cell occupied by someone other than Mr. Tochukwu?
I'm unsure, sir, due to the fact I didn't look at the census.
Okay. You said the metal object, or the what you believe to be a metal object that was possessed by Mr. Tochukwu. You said that it was not recovered.
I'm unaware if it was recovered or not. I just went to the jail to conduct the investigation of the assault. The jail handles
Okay.
the shakedown and the retrieval of all the objects.
Okay, so your role in this consisted of reviewing CCTV,
Yes, sir.
speaking with Mr. Dotson.
Yes, sir.
Did you speak with Mr. Tochukwu?
No, sir, because he was at the hospital, sir.
Okay. So, based off of Mr. Dotson's statements, you determined that Mr. Tochukwu was the aggressor in this matter.
Based on his statement and also him from the CCTV camera footage of Mr. Takucho entering inside the cell with a metal object in his right hand.
Did Mr. Tochukwu go directly from the downstairs cell to the upstairs cell?
Yes, sir.
You said Mr. Dotson had puncture wounds and lacerations that he was treated for in the infirmary.
Yes, sir.
You said Mr. Tochukwu had been stabbed in the eye. Is that correct?
It was above his right eye. He had a puncture wound that was deep that required him to go out based on the puncture and where his injury was. He was required to go out to the hospital.
Okay. Was it determined that any kind of object was used against Mr. Tochukwu?
Based on what the nurses advised, and based on the statements from the jail, it was a metal object involved in the altercation by both subjects.
Do you know if it was the same metal object or different metal objects?
Mr. Tachuko had an object, and Mr. Dawson even advised that because he entered inside the cell, he retrieved a metal object as well to defend himself.
Okay. No further questions.
Or any redirect?
Not on behalf of the state, Your Honor.
All right, closing arguments? ADA Thomas?
State will reserve to the end.
All righty, go ahead, Attorney Bowles.
Defense will submit on the evidence.
All righty, so based upon the evidence presented, I do find that there is sufficient probable cause to bind the charges over to the Superior Court of Clayton County. That's the order of the court. Thank you. Attorney Bowles, thank you. You are free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a great day.
Have a good one. All right. All right, who we have next?
Your Honor, I'd like to call Bernard Farmer.
All right.
That would be Officer Benton.
Did you hear who we needed?
Should be Bernard Farmer. Officer Benton. And Your Honor, it looks like
Yes, ma'am.
Attorney Bowles is logged on.
Say that again?
It looks like Attorney Tolles is logged on and Attorney
Okay, so-
Lewis.
Says iPhone is waiting to enter. See who this is.
I see Officer Benton on.
He's here.
Fine.
He was just talking a few minutes ago. And Attorney Tolles is here and
Attorney
Attorney
Tolles.
The court wants to hear from him.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Judge.
How are you?
I'm good. I have two cases on the calendar. I'm in between courtrooms. I would just kind of just log in and just let y'all know I was still around. I see y'all are handling some other things, but
We continued
I
them
guess when I
already.
get a break, I just probably just need to pop it. I'm sorry.
We did continue them, but if you want to talk to ADA Thomas at some point, that's fine.
Okay, if I get time, I will come back and talk with Ms. Thomas. But if you've already continued them, I'll see if I can get back in time before y'all break. But that's fine if y'all have already
To
continued them because I got
May, May 19th.
May 19th. Okay. Thank you, Judge.
All right, but if
Okay.
you can pop back and handle some of them, let me know. We'll be here.
Okay, I'll pop back in. I gotta go back. I'm gonna run back in the courtroom.
All righty.
Thank you. May I have an excuse?
Yes, have a good one.
And Your Honor, I see Attorney Lewis. Brandon Lewis.
Yes, we talked and he said that was going to be a hearing, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So who do we have? This is Mr. Farmer.
It should be, Your Honor.
You're Mr. Farmer? Yes? Are you Mr. Farmer? Yes, okay. And then that's Attorney Rogers' case?
Should be, Your Honor.
Okay, all righty.
Officer Benton, log on.
I'm here, ma'am.
Okay, just turn on your video and we're ready to go.
Well, Mr. Farmer has, just to clarify, 2 charges, right?
I believe so.
Okay. All right, now calling the matter of State of Georgia versus Bernard Farmer, charged in warrant number 2025 WA 74814 aggravated assault and 2025 WA 74815 battery and family violence. Representing the state is ADA Thomas. Representing the defendant is Attorney Rogers. Your witness, ADA Thomas.
Officer, could you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm that the evidence you shall give before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
You put your hand down, state your name for the record.
Officer A. Benton.
And how are you employed, officer?
I'm employed by Clayton County Police Department.
Were you so employed in that capacity on April the 5th of 2025?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have occasion to investigate an incident that occurred at 2465 Richardson Parkway?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that within the confines of the city of Jonesboro, Clayton County?
Yes.
Now, did that specific incident occur at Building C, Apartment 2212?
Yes.
Okay. And during your investigation, did you come into contact with a Bernard Farmer?
Yes. He was in the bedroom.
Okay. What happened at that location? What type of call was this?
The call came out as the domestic disturbance. When we got to the location, I spoke to his wife, Raven Farmer. She described the incident to me that that Bernard was taking some sort of drugs, and when he do take drugs, he starts to hallucinate and act irate. She said that they got into an argument and she wanted him to leave, and she gave him a trash bag, but she didn't touch his stuff and put it in the room. And during the verbal altercation, it started to be getting physical. She said that he strangled her and she was unable to breathe, and she had visible bruise marks around her neck. And
Did you see? Hold on one second, officer. Now, while you were talking with the victim, did you have occasion to observe her her person?
yes, ma'am.
Did you see any physical marks or indications of something having happened to her?
Yes, she had bruise marks around the front portion of her neck, It was red marks, and then she also had lacerations on the backside of her neck as well. I believe from the chain that she had, I guess it was used to strangle her as well.
You said something about a chain?
Yes.
The chain was used to strangle her?
Yes, that she had around her neck.
Did
Because
she,
she had the laceration marks on the backside of her neck as well.
was she able to confirm that?
Yes, ma'am.
Did she indicate who inflicted these injuries on her?
Yes, ma'am. She said Bernard Farmer was the one that inflicted the bruises on her.
Did she indicate if they had just happened? And by that, I mean, are they fresh or is it something that happened on another day?
It was fresh marks.
Okay. Was the defendant, did he make any type of statement or anything to you?
The defendant, Bernard, stated that they got into a verbal altercation. Nothing else happened. She came into the room, placed the black trash bag in the room, but she didn't touch his stuff. And I asked him several times, did they get in a verbal altercation? And he denied it each time.
You asked him, did he get in a verbal altercation or a physical altercation?
A physical altercation. I'm sorry.
The victim said otherwise?
Correct.
Now, other than placing his hands around her neck, did he otherwise harm her or hurt her?
She stated that during the physical altercation, he dragged her across the room, and he also pushed her down.
Was any of this, from the strangulation to dragging to pushing, was any of that done with her consent?
No, it was not done with her consent.
Was there anyone else in the home when all this happened?
No, it was just them two.
And was it reported in any way, the incident itself?
No, ma'am.
Now, what about your conversation with the victim?
Say it again, ma'am.
What about your conversation with the victim? Was that recorded?
Yes, ma'am.
And how was that recorded?
On body cam.
And where is that body cam recording now?
It should be in the server saved, because everything is saved when it's being recorded.
So far as you know, it was uploaded?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you take any pictures of the victim or her injuries?
Yes, I took pictures of the injuries and I added it to the report.
So the pictures and the video should be together?
Correct.
Okay. I believe that's all I have of the officer reserving right for redirect.
All righty, go ahead, Tony Rogers.
Thank you. Officer, you the lead on the case?
Yes, sir.
And just want to kind of make sure I guess I understood a few things. As it stands right now, to your knowledge, there are no witnesses to the incident other than the alleged people involved, the participants.
Correct.
And I know you said you had a conversation, it sounds like with both Mr. and Ms. Farmer. Did either one of them write a statement?
The Raven Farmer, she wrote a witness statement about the incident that occurred, and also should be attached to the report.
What about Mr. Farmer?
Say it again, sir.
I said, what about Mr. Farmer?
He didn't write a report.
And what's the location this is happening? Is it an apartment?
Yes, it was an apartment.
And do you know who reported the incident?
Raven Farmer, she's the one that made the phone call.
Do you know whether or not any law enforcement made contact with any neighbors to see if they either heard or saw anything?
No, sir.
No, it's kind of on me. No, you don't know, or no, they didn't try to make contact.
No, didn't make contact. I forgot what time it was. It was late in the morning when that happened.
Now, there was, I think if I understood you correctly, I read you were saying that Ms. Farmer made some sort of mention about drugs or something like that. Is that correct?
Correct, yes, sir.
Did she ever specify a drug or anything that she was saying had been used?
Um, I don't recall if she specified what type of drugs, but she did say when he do take drugs, he starts to hallucinate and start and acting irate. And then he was accusing her of having another man, where that's why the physical altercation, the verbal altercation started.
And just a little bit of clarity, do you understand? Is she saying that she saw him using the drugs that day or not?
Don't recall her saying that, but she did say that's how he behaves when he's on drugs. So, due to her living with him, she would know when he's taking something or when he's not.
And if I heard you correctly, I guess there was a discussion about Mrs. Farmer wanting Mr. Farmer to leave, correct?
Correct, yes, sir.
And then I think you said that Mrs. Farmer said she did not touch any of his items, correct?
Yeah, she did. Raven said she didn't touch none of his items. She just had a black bag and gave it to put it in the room. And Bernard also said the same thing as well, that she didn't touch none of his items. She just came in the room and placed the black bag down and said that she wanted him to leave. She didn't touch none of his stuff at all.
That was gonna be my next question. Oh. And as far as when the altercation became physical, or is alleged to have become physical, does Mrs. Farmer specify who was the first person to try to make contact with the other person?
He specified that was Bernard was the person that made contact first.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think that Mr. Farmer denied that there was any sort of altercation. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes, sir.
Did you ever take a look at Mr. Farmer to see if he had any sort of injuries or anything?
Yes, I did.
And
And he didn't have any injuries.
And when you checked him, I'm assuming your body camera was still running at that time.
Yes, my body camera started running as soon as I believe as soon as I stepped out the car, I was walking away from the car. That's when it was turned on, and it recorded from the whole time from the incident to when Bernard was released into the care of the jail.
Okay. I think we're on the same page, but I just want to make sure we're clear. So you're saying you recorded everything from shortly before you actually speak to anyone?
Correct.
Okay. No further questions at this time.
All right, any redirect?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right, closing arguments. ADA Thomas.
I reserve.
All right, go ahead, Attorney Rogers.
So I think I'll leave it to Your Honor to decide on the testimony.
Okay, ADA Thomas.
Your Honor, I rest on the officer's testimony also. I believe he's fairly clear and convincing in his testimony to the court.
Yes, okay, all right, so based on the evidence presented, I do find that there is sufficient probable cause to bind these charges over to the Superior Court of Clayton County. That's the order of the court. Thank you.
Officer, you're free to go. I believe your other case, wait a minute, hold up.
The case Jamani Williams.
No, yeah, that's the one I need to find out about. Your Honor, he's also the officer on one of Attorney Toles' cases. They were previously continued. Do I need him to hold on until we talk to Mr. Tolles, Attorney Tolles?
We're likely not gonna have a hearing today, so go ahead and release him. If y'all come up with something between the two of you, we can just enter it.
Yes, ma'am. You're free to go, officer.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, we don't know how long Attorney Tolles is gonna be. I don't wanna hold him up.
He's gone again.
Hmm?
I didn't realize he had jumped off.
All right, so who are we doing next?
You know, I need a quick break. I have an officer just logging on from Ms. Ballware's case, and he is no longer with the department, so I need to send him his report.
You ready? Your Honor, I'll be ready on green at the court's pleasure.
Oh, Green, okay, do we have the deputy for Green?
Actually,
Okay,
there's
officers?
3 deputies on Mr. Green. I have one of them. One of them I think is no longer with the agency, but Deputy Davis, I want to try to contact him one more time.
Right, so, you need about 5 minutes, 6 minutes?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
And then what about Attorney Lewis, officer?
That's one of the ones I'm actually trying to locate, Your Honor.
All right,
State may be asking for a continuance in this one.
all right, we'll just hold for your announcement. Deputy, we're done with Mr. Farmer. And then Attorney Rogers, you had any more?
No, ma'am, I was gonna say if I could be excused, I think that does conclude my business this morning.
All right, but if you must.